Hey everybody, I'm KK.
I'm Kristen.
Together we are
KK Crochet.
And today is another Thoughtful Thursday. And Thoughtful Thursday is where we share verses that came in a little jar that Kristen got me that says, read me when, and all the colors coordinate to some kind of emotion. And we're going through and picking them out and then reading the verse and just kind of talking about it a little bit with you. And like I said, I'm not an expert. I'm telling you what I'm reading and I'm telling you how it pertains to my life, and then any kind of scripture study that I've done that kind of brings to light what I think it means. So this is Psalm 138, 7 and 8 in the King James Version. Though I walk in the midst of trouble, thou wilt revive me. Thou shalt stretch forth thine hand against the wrath of mine enemies, and thy right hand shall save me. The Lord will perfect that which concerneth me. Thy mercy, O Lord, endureth forever. Forsake not the works of thine own hands. Just as an overview, instead of going step by step. Just talking about how that when we're in trouble, we can always count on the Lord to take care of us. We can always count on that, even though there are always, in case you didn't know, here's a little piece of information that I think is well known. You're not going to be liked by everybody. There are going to be people who find fault with you. There are going to be people who find fault with you that really isn't there. But you know what that comes from? It comes from their experiences. It comes from their life. It comes from how they perceive you. And it may not always be fair because it may not be real. They might perceive you as being an evil person who's mean to them when you're really not. Maybe something was taken out of context. Maybe something was said to them from somebody else. That's a real kicker there. People going around and talking about other things that they really don't know about, and spreading rumors and saying things about people that they don't know if they're true or not. That causes a lot of issue, right? So you're going to have people in life who are not going to like you. Guess what? It's okay. There's going to be people who love you, and that's okay too. And so you have to find your middle of the road. You have to find the place where you're safe and secure and you know who you are, and it's okay. There are going to be people who don't like you because of what you stand for. There are going to be people who don't like you because of who you're friends with. There are going to be people who don't like you because of what your name is. There are going to be people who don't like you because of something you said that didn't mean what they thought it did. There are going to be people that don't like you just because they don't like you. They don't need a reason. They just don't like you. And it's okay. God's still going to take care of you. And, you try your best to avoid those kind of situations. And you try your best to put forth the face of who you're supposed to be. You're supposed to represent Christ. You try to put forth that person that represents what Christ would want you to do in that situation. And you try to keep peace, right? And you try not to have that strife. That's why we always say no drama here, because I'm not about that. I love you all. It doesn't matter. I don't want strife with anybody. YouTube is my safe and happy place, and that's why there's no drama here, because I love you. I want you to feel loved. I want you to know you belong here with us, and that it's a place you can come and not worry about all that stuff. Don't worry about whatever's happening in life. Don't worry about the person at work that doesn't like you. The person in your family that doesn't like you. The person that you just met that doesn't like you. Whatever. I mean, we've all had people like that, have you not, in your life?
Yeah.
And how'd you deal with it?
Walk away.
Yeah. And that's what we've taught our kids, is that there are people, and that doesn't just mean people that don't like you. It can be as simple as, I remember my brother telling me one time, there are certain people that you have to put space between you and them in your life, even though they're family or whatever, because they are the ones that are always out to stir the pot and cause trouble. And we did have that in our lives at the time. And he finally told me, he said, the only way you're going to find peace is to just stop feeding that, is to just not give into it, not be a part of it, and to walk away from it. Doesn't mean always that you have to cut them out of your life. It just means those long, in-depth conversations about things just don't happen. Just like there are certain things we just don't talk about here because it breeds or instigates things, it causes issues. we can talk about yarn, and we can talk about, we talk about our love for God. We don't get into some of the other things that might cause issues between people, because it's not what we're here for. But we talk about our faith because it brings us strength. And just like this verse talks about, God's going to take care of you. And you have to remember that you belong to Him, and He is going to, in the end, take care of you because He's promised to. And you just kind of have to let those situations play out. And sometimes they play out in a really good way, because sometimes God uses those to bring better clarity to both of you and to bring a better relationship. And sometimes you just learn to step away. It's okay. It's okay not to want to be part of something that causes stress to you and to them. Because if that's what's going on, you're both stressed. And stress is not good for you. It's not good for your body at all. And I don't know why I went down that tangent. I guess because sometimes in life there's drama. And sometimes it's really, truly nobody's fault that it's there. It's just a misconception. I am convinced. I always say there are 3 sides to every story. Let's say there's a male and a female involved, just for purpose sake. There's his side, there's her side, and then there's the truth. And don't start saying I'm saying somebody's lying. I didn't say that at all. I didn't say they're lying. I said he's giving his perception as he knows based on his experiences with her and his past experiences in life. And she is giving her experience based on her experiences with him and her past experiences in her life. And then there is the truth that lies betwixt the two. And that is because we all have our own perceptions, and we all have our own emotional baggage and things that we bring to the table. And it's really easy to take that and twist what's going on. But when you step back, sometimes you see that the reality is he's a little right, she's a little right, and in the middle is where they're both wrong. Right? Wrong, right? So he's right part of the time, she's right about part of it, but in the middle, when it comes together, is the truth of everything, and that's where both of them haven't quite seen things from the right perspective. And I try to think about that when I deal with people, that give them the benefit of the doubt and give them grace. And that's been kind of what this whole month so far, this Thoughtful Thursday, has been about forgiveness, about giving grace, about thinking. And that's kind of, I think it's the reason it falls like that is because that's something that I am really striving to do in my own personal life right now, is to give grace to people, to not get automatically flustered when something is said or done or asked or brought up, or just to think about it and give it a little bit of space. And I'm working real hard on that. I'm not good at it yet. I'm better now than I was last year or the year before, but I'm working real hard on that, and I think that's important. So what do you think about that?
I think I'm working with that too, and trying to get better.
Because she is her mother's daughter. And since she is my daughter and this month is her birthday, it is trivia. And I'm trying to do an alliteration, and there is no alliteration for that. I start to say Taco Tuesday trivia. Yay! I got all that trivia. I'm going to eat all the tacos. But it's Kristen trivia. And it's because it's her birthday month, they're all questions about her. Do you have one?
Yes. What's my favorite movie?
Her favorite movie?
Do you know?
Maybe. I'll have to ask you. I'm not so sure about that one. I thought she was going to ask her favorite drink.
You could do that too, but there's a big hint in this video.
There's a big hint in the video. That's what made me think about it. So we'll save that one for another day. So anyway, don't forget to be kind, because
you don't know anyone else's journey.
Bye.
Bye, guys.